I'm sick of the Bushes, and I'm tired of the fucking Clintons. Just want new families in there.
But Jeb is trying to say he's a little different than his brother.
I don't care if he's different or not. I don't care if he's a flaming liberal. I just don't want another Bush. I don't want the name. I don't want another Clinton. Enough.
Who do you want?
Any other name.
Who? Governor Christie.
Fucking Himmler. Any other fucking name.
You think Christie runs?
Bin Laden.
Bin Laden. Okay, that would be good.
Do I think Christie runs? I don't know. I don't think so. No.
You don't think so?
No.
He wanted to, but that bridge gate is still right there, probably, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if he will, to be honest.
Which means he did it.
Maybe.
He did it. He did the bridge gate thing.
I don't know if I really care, to be honest.
I don't care in the end either. I really don't. Do they really make that much of a difference in the end? One guy, one party. Just seems to be just nonsense. Back and forth, just nonsense over and over again. I don't know.
If it was a different party, maybe, like, you know,
that would be fun.
I don't know if I'd vote for Rand Paul. I mean, something about him annoys me.
The youth will be voting for him in droves.
Yeah,
they like the Rand Paul, but I don't think he's got a shot, right?
Well, he has a shot, I think. I mean,
you think he has a shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
People liked his father so much.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
They did. All right, we got David Attell coming in a few minutes.
Is he here or no?
I don't see him wandering around. Usually you see him wandering around with his hoodie on, his black hoodie and his hat.
Is he here?
I don't think so. Hi, Kenny.
Hi.
How was your weekend?
Great. Did you talk about the big prison escape?
Well, I'm learning about it. 2 guys might be an inside job upstate New York.
But there's an interesting bit of information in the New York Post today.
Yeah.
They suspect a female employee of the prison might have assisted them with their escape. And the cop, the detective that locked up one of the escapees back in the day, reports that he's well endowed.
Is he?
That's what it says in the Post. That's what the cop says. Yeah, that's, he cleans up good and he's like a ladies' man. And to be frankly,
I saw that they said he was a ladies' man, but I didn't read further to find out that the cop that arrested him said he was well endowed. Wow, so the female broad at the prison just couldn't help herself. Well endowed.
Very well endowed.
Very well endowed.
Which one of these is this?
The one on the
Oh, boy, yeah, ladies like him.
So it's definitely an inside job. And
sure, he put that fat dick in her, and that was all it took. She's like, I'll get you out of here. I need that fat dick all the time.
How did she help?
I don't know. She probably gave him a key.
She had some equipment, some tools. She made sure some tools were laying around for them.
I guarantee you she's going to try to meet him and fuck him. She's probably like, look, I'll meet you somewhere, and I'll sit on that big fat dick, just clean it up a little, get all the prison off it.
Get all the prison off it. And then they escaped through a manhole cover, I believe. They went through the sewer system. That's pretty... God, I love a good prison escape.
Yeah.
Obviously these guys are really dangerous, but it fascinates me how they could figure that shit out
One guy
and pull it off.
Once before.
Did he?
Yeah. This is like the second time he's escaped. He really doesn't want to be what?
I'm going to break out of this jail. I may have found a way to break out of this jail. Let me show my giant prick to the lady. Let me get out of this jail.
How are you going to get out of this jail? You found a way.
I'm going to climb the wall, punk.
Speaking of impressions and prison escapes, there's a great movie called Escape Plan with Stallone and Schwarzenegger.
Oh, right.
Was it a great movie?
No.
Oh, okay. You scared me for a second.
No.
Yeah, we are just going to terminate the gates and run. And maybe you can punch your way through it. Punch it for Adrian.
They're piling up the impressions today.
Yeah, I'm just going to hop over this wall. I'm feeling lucky, punk. That's good, right?
That's very good.
That's right.
You've moved on from Jack, which is good.
Yeah, he'll be back.
So how did they catch the guy if he escaped one other time?
I don't know. I'm sure they just caught him.
These guys that escape prison, you got to have a plan after you get out. Because I think they end up like going back to their what's familiar in the end because they don't really have a choice.
Well, or there's only so many places you can go. I mean, and they just look for you everywhere.
Everywhere until they finally hunt you down.
There's only so many places to go.
And now this is the second escape for this guy.
Yeah.
What prison was it?
I don't know. It was upstate.
Upstate. Which one though? Was it Attica? Oh.
There's no way to stay hidden in this day and age. Years ago you could, but it's like, how can you have any kind of a job or a life or anything without being electronically traced? Or
Plenty of people do that.
You gotta live
You read
up.
all the time about people being caught after 30 years.
But those are guys. No, but those are guys who have been gone for a long time. Like, I think anyone who goes now and then just tries to start and get an identity, like, okay, now I'm gonna. Where can you get a job now? Like, if you've established something in 1981, it's a little different than going out right now, fresh out of prison, where there's fucking. Half the times they already have your DNA from shit. Your fingerprints are on.
And
Your fingers.
and there's video camera.
There's millions of illegal immigrants that get under the
Yeah,
table
that's a good
jobs.
point.
Well,
too.
yeah,
There
but they don't look like, they don't have that look.
No, but he's right. There are. That's a good point.
But there's also cameras everywhere too.
Shawshank had a happy ending.
It sure did. It sure did.
Yes, for Brooks.
Yeah.
But it's like, what do you do now? Is just a white or a black guy getting out of jail? The immigrants who use, everybody knows that they're illegal immigrants. An escaped convict, I think, it's harder to stay under the radar.
I think you gotta.
How many of them escape now and stay escaped? It's hard.
It's very hard. I agree with you. I think it's a lot harder.
Joanne Chesmore.
We all know where she is, though.
I know.
It's just a matter of getting to Cuba.
She's in Cuba. Jonathan was here, and I wanted him to talk about his. He went to Cuba.
Oh yeah.
You can't talk about it.
You said
Yeah, he went down there and ate her pussy and came back. But but that's going to be a sticking point. Like Chris Christie is going, we shouldn't have ties with them until they send her back, like, because she was a New Jersey. I understand the emotion of that, but I've had enough of the problems with Cuba. I've fucking had it up to here with us having a hard. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia throws a blogger in jail. They're going to give him 1,000 lashes.
Yeah,
and they're fucking. He's getting all these years in jail. I'm sick and tired of being tied to that country.
And we do a lot of business with Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I don't care. Leave Cuba alone. Stop it.
Why don't they send her back? What is the holding
no
point
extradition
there?
treaty. I guess we had no relationship with them.
Well,
maybe because we're kicking and screaming because we didn't get our own way. The Soviets beat us with that one. And tough shit. We didn't get our own way.
Right. It happens.
Fucking cares.
So, Kenny, are we going to find these prison escapees?
I'll look for them.
Where do you think they went?
I don't know.
Somewhere a guy with a big dick can blend in. He's probably at my house.
Sure, he's not going to be able to wear shorts this summer.
Absolutely not.
As he's on the lam.
Guy with fucking striped, long striped pants and a giant knee bulge on the beach.
That's on the APB?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, has a big cock, armed and lucky.
They were close to Canada, but they should head to Mexico.
Because everyone would think they would try to get it into Canada.
Yeah.
So you trick them and go the other way.
Yeah, and I think Canada would most likely cooperate with extradition.
Oh, God, in a second they would. Mexico might, too, though, wouldn't they? They found the Mexico authorities help catch guys down there. They do. I've seen enough of those. I almost got away with it. And the Mexican authorities will help you if you're an American prisoner.
They're a bit corrupt down there, though.
They're very corrupt down there, but they have no interest in hiding a guy who escaped from American jail.
Yeah.
That makes them look good when they help out. Hey, look, we got this guy back. With giant dick. We're sending them back on separate flights.
Cuomo's offering $100,000.
Ooh,
the governor.
That's a nice piece of cake.
Yes, prison worker being questioned. So.
Ooh. They're looking at her pussy, seeing if it's any different than it was when she got hired. This looks a little beat up, madam. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Did you help them escape?
No, I did not. My pussy got stretched in my sleep. I don't know who did it. What are these two marks on your hiney cheeks? They look like prison bar. No, they're not. I don't know what happened.
Oh, back that ass right up.
Yeah, I'll bet you.
You think they were having sex and she just was out of her mind about it?
Yeah,
about that big dick.
Yeah, maybe he's very well endowed. He gets girlfriends any place he goes. They'll catch him though. They'll be caught within 3 days.
So here's the full quote. He has a way with the ladies, the source said. Another source, retired detective David Bentley, who helped put away Matt for the 1997 murder of a North Tonawanda businessman. I know North Tonawanda.
97. He's been in jail. When did he go to jail?
Around there, I guess. Or a few years, maybe a year or two after that, after whatever. But when Matt's cleaned up, he's very handsome and, in all frankness, very well endowed. He gets girlfriends any place he goes.
That's not going to help, though. When we talk about how giant his dick is, like, you don't need that. And just no one's going to be looking for a guy and go, check out his bulge. I think we got the guy.
Well, I mean, if you think it's the guy, but he has nothing happening in the front of his shorts, then all right, then most likely it's not him.
I may have found a way. I'm going to take my giant dong and knock the door down. Hey, you feeling like grabbing my big prick, do you, punk? Go ahead, touch my dick. Go ahead, kiss my prick. Hey, seems like my buddy Clint's got a giant prick. Hey, you feeling lucky, punk? Go ahead, hold my pecker. Oh, he's gonna take that big thing and knock the wall down. Oh!
You had a little Johnny Carson there as well. I'm going to add it to the list of characters you did
I'll
today.
take my big dick and knock the door down.
Yes, there it is. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're making a little fun, but one of the guys is a cop killer, Kenny. Not good. Not good. But I mean, they added the part that the guy's well endowed. You gotta go with that a little bit, right? Yeah. Canada will not cooperate. Remember, Dear Zachary, Jimmy. They didn't cooperate with Dear Zachary.
That was just one judge, though.
True. Very true. So that's the latest on the prison breakout. The source likened the breakout to Clint Eastwood's escape from Alcatraz. I think they make that reference a lot when someone escapes from prison, though, in which his character leaves a dummy in his bed, just as Matt and Sweat did. Oh, these guys left a dummy in their bed, Kenny.
Yeah.
Did you read that part, or were you too busy reading about this guy's big dick?
He left a little smiley face note, too, that said, have a nice day.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Well, that's what the papers reported.
Yeah, there's a photo of it online.
He's just rubbing it in. What was that other thing? I didn't read the other thing you put up there, Adrian. Another source added that the pair had help on the inside, and they could just have easily had help on the outside. All right.
Left a dummy in his bed. You know how many times I've fucking come and then done that? It was an idiot girl.
To do all that, it would take weeks, if not months. This was well planned and thought out for some time. Well, they have time to kill it.
Yeah, we had an escape plan. I said I'm just gonna Rambo my way out of here. I'm going to use the big gun. Wait, that's not Arnold. I can't do Arnold.
Good.
Yeah.
What?
I'll be back. I won't be back.
It's a racist note. That's a stereotypical Chinaman that the guy drew. And it says, have a nice day. Where did he leave it? In the cell. I mean, what part though? On the toilet or something?
No, he left it on the pipe that they cut out.
Man,
like underneath.
You think they had it figured out on the other side?
Yeah.
No, I mean, well, they'll be able to fucking
maybe they figured all this
hide.
out.
Maybe they have a safe house somewhere. Fascinating. Richard, Matt, and David Sweat. And Cuomo offering the $100,000. Former Marine throws coffee at Westboro Baptist Church. Protesters. What was Beau Biden's problem that they had a protest that funeral?
Because again, they're cowards and they pick these places where they know that they've never once showed up in Compton and protest. Not to my knowledge, or in fucking Atlanta to some fucking gangster disciple or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't show up to those things. They show up to these ones, political ones, where they know they're going to be protected by the cops. I guess he was pro-fag, you know?
Is that what they got him for, pro-fag?
Yeah, I mean, that's just whatever it is. They're just cunts. They're just but they are dying slowly because the younger membership is a lot of them are leaving. Social media has really hurt Westboro Baptist Church because people are seeing this whole other world outside.
Right.
So
they know there's a better way. Thank God for the criminal coffee thrower because of his crimes. Attention on the gospel message of WB. All right. Was the coffee really hot?
probably not.
It was warm.
Just warm?
Yes, it was reported as warm.
Well, if you're going to throw coffee, why don't you go all in?
Well, he said he wasn't planning on doing this.
Get someone. What happened?
No, nothing. So happy I just did that. I'll tell you later.
What happened? You just threw a phone.
No, I'm not angry. I'm just so happy I just did something.
Oh, man, I need to know.
Well, I'll tell you in a break.
Not for air?
No. Well, I would say it.
I know. I'm trying to, get it out of you.
Oh, no, not going to happen.
Okay. So somebody got a nice face of coffee there.
Yeah. Hopefully it wasn't hot. I mean,
it was just warm. Didn't do any real damage.
Yeah, but they'll
maybe a bit humiliated. The guy.
No, they don't want to press charges, and they're happy he did it because it brought more attention to them.
Oh, I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised they're not pressing charges. Why?
Well, because everyone's talking about the West Baptist Church today.
Yeah, but they're all lawyers.
All right, I'm going to get info here from Adrian. He said he didn't plan on doing anything rash, but when the group of 3 women passed by him on their way out, he couldn't contain his emotions, and he threw, his cup of coffee. He's a Vietnam guy, right? Mm-hmm. Richard Pierce, a Vietnam War veteran who was arrested for throwing. They arrested him for throwing the coffee?
Yeah, it's assault.
Yes, it is
it's
assault.
coffee.
Spitting on someone, you can get arrested for it. It is assault.
I'm a combat Marine.
It's assault with a delicious weapon.
What I did, I would not suggest anyone else do that. I acted very childish and foolish, and if I had to do it over again, I would do it again in a minute. Richard Pierce told the Daily News Sunday, "I'm a combat Marine. I can't tell a combat Marine anything." So,
yeah,
but you make a very good point. Yeah, go to Compton.
Yeah, they just don't. Unless they have, I haven't known about it. But they show up at Comic-Con. It's amazing how
Why do they go to Comic-Con?
They're just...
What the hell do they want there?
They're just fucking weak. And they always tell the police... I know that they have to get permits and stuff like that. Legally, they know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. But it's amazing how they hate the cops. They hate America. But man, do they sure take some police protection. If you're that convinced... And again, we're arguing logic with these cunts. But if you're that convinced God is on your side, just refuse the police protection.
Right.
Just show up and God will take care of you.
Yeah. If you truly believe that, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
So there's the guy being arrested. What happens? He gets a little ticket, and that's it.
Who knows? If they press charges, it could be a pain in the ass for him. I mean, he wouldn't go to jail for it, but
he would have to just deal with that for a little bit.
Yeah, I wish something really bad would happen during one of those protests. It won't, but I wish it would.
Here's Dave Attell making his way down the hall. He's I've never seen anyone walk slower than Dave Attell right now.
Well, he's a fucking, he's a man who knows what he's doing, and
he's taking his time. He's got his newspaper rolled up.
When are they going to make these mic things longer for the guests?
That's a very, very good question.
They have to. I like the studio very much. I just want the mic thing, because I watch the guests leaning in.
Right.
John Cusack, who's almost 6'11", and it's like the fucking poor guy is leaning down like he's fucking doing a line of coke off the table to talk to this.
He's a giant.
Yeah.
6'3", 6'4", something like that.
Yeah.
All right, I want to introduce Dave Attell. He's making his way to the studio. He's got his coffee. He's got his paper. He's got his, not a hoodie today. He's got his summer wear on. He likes that color black. Roland is just chit-chatting with Dave Attell. Here's the play-by-play. Roland, Roland, enough with the chit-chat. We're ready to introduce Dave Attell to the program.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave. Good morning.
What a remodel.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys really upscaled. I like it.
Trying to mix it up a little bit. What was Roland chit-chatting with you about?
To me?
Yeah.
Roland.
Oh, were you listening to us outside?
No, but we saw
Can I say it? The whole lobby is different.
Yes, it is.
You know, and I'm trained like an old man. Like, this is where I go, and then I hand them my ID.
Yeah.
Then they look through my bag. Then they look through it again, because I, look a little skeevy.
Shady.
So,
Yeah.
a little shady.
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 And, I'm sorry if I'm late to both you and the listeners.
Stop.
It's okay.
No, I'm sorry.
It's only 10 minutes, Dave. We always have a little bit of a buffer.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
Oh,
A whole bunch of chatter, some impressions, and a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Jimmy's doing a lot of impressions today.
Yeah.
Jimmy's also talking about his new love for the subway of New York City.
The store or the actual? Because I love it too.
No, I don't like the store. I have a real fucking... I'm a blimpy guy, and
Really?
I've actually gone, if you want the truth of it, I've had a couple of Jersey Mike subs, expecting nothing and receiving everything. They were fucking delicious.
I like a good Subway
but
sub.
Subway can fucking
What's wrong
lick
with
my...
Subway?
Hold your outrage, sir.
I'm angry about
Hold
it.
it.
You throw those banana peppers on a sandwich, and it brings it all together.
It's
nice.
utter shite. It was cut in fucking, a month before. The bread's too bready. I loathe
Please.
it.
Right.
Subway,
It's
this is what I
healthy.
like to do. I like to go to Subway and start at the wrong end and build the sandwich backwards. Has anyone ever done that?
They don't
Mayo,
like,
please.
They don't like you to do that.
They don't like
don't.
it.
No.
Sorry.
They frown on it.
The first tank of the night.
That was cute.
But Jimmy, Jimmy's riding the subways. He's
You're
riding
on the subway again.
Yes.
For the first time, yeah. I never
Ever?
I know I've done it, but I always avoid it.
But he's really liking it these days.
Why the Subway now? What happened?
Don't know. No, it's just I find I'm calmer. Something about like there's too much stress with traffic.
Yes.
And getting to the fucking cellar.
Yes.
And then you take the train. You're like, I know that even if I'm late on the train, I have a good excuse. Train was late, and I know the train's not going to be that late.
It's very rare that it's late, unless someone gets pushed. They push a few guys every year. off the platform, and that messes up things for a while. But
I love the subway compared to driving anywhere in the city. Even coming in from the island, I went to go see my mom on Long Island, and they were stopping every car. I guess they were looking for these escaped convicts.
they're looking on Long Island.
Are they really? Oh no, I don't know why they were stopping them because I was
where
like,
was
I
this?
wonder if it's the escape.
No, that's
the Midtown Tunnel.
Oh, Midtown.
Yeah.
That was my question to you.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought you were on the Long Island Railroad and they're going from car to car looking for the escaped prisoners. We were just talking about that story just before you got in. No,
Did they get him?
No.
They did not get him, but
Then I'm still a deputy.
but
Before that, I was just a white guy with a gun. Now I'm a deputy.
the one guy though we're learning is well endowed. They needed that in the story. Like they're talking, he's got a real big dick.
Really?
Really big.
That'll limit it down.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because it's summer. If you see a guy at the beach with very long pants, he might be the guy covering up his big dick.
Well, they shouldn't catch him so quickly then.
No.
Yeah, let him sling that thing around.
Yeah, really.
What else did he miss? So we did the prison thing. We
Right.
did the subways that he's really into lately. Oh, he's into feet.
You're into feet.
He's very into feet right now.
What a makeover.
I've gotten more into them, yeah. Do you
Really?
like feet or no?
For the eroticism of them, or no?
Yeah.
No. I find that's the ugliest part of the body, and I'm not
not
into
a
it.
thing? Okay.
Not at all. No.
With Dave Attell on that.
I'm not. I don't find them erotic, and I know there's a whole kitsch of adult movies that deals with feet. Is that your thing?
Not the movies, no. I don't want to watch the movies.
Okay.
Just in real life.
Just seeing a foot.
Yeah, sometimes. They can be horrendous, too.
Well,
They can be really ugly.
yeah. No.
What's the worst foot you'd still be attracted to?
Well, I'd have to see it individually. I mean, I like them larger on a girl, but I don't like...
Do the toes have
large
to be
feet.
perfect?
No, I mean, I like
They
them
can
to
be a
be
little
long,
off?
but, off, like, I don't like corns on the top of them
Or what
by
about-
someone who wears too many heels.
What about the toes that kind of cross over?
I mean, I prefer that they don't have that. Just a normal-looking foot. That's it.
Or the left turn on the...
the left turn.
Or is
Yeah.
it the right turn? I guess it depends what...
Which piggy
what
gets
foot.
you going?
I don't know. There's really not one. Like, that's a nice foot. That's a big foot, that girl that we're looking at the monitor.
She's a giant.
Well, yeah, I don't like that, but she's big feet. She's like clown shoes.
She's the woman with the biggest feet in Europe.
Yeah, that's...
Who's this?
Let me see her body, though.
We just Googled it.
She's not... Her body is...
How
That's a
tall
big foot.
is she?
I'm going to guess she's a little too big for me, dude. She's a giant lady.
Giant.
That's not for me.
God.
That doesn't do it for me.
You know, they have that show, I think it's The Legend of Mike Dodge, where the guy doesn't wear any shoes. He's out in the wilds, and he just like walks around with his feet. And he says, like, if you never wore shoes or something like that, like, they'll eventually get calloused up so much that it's almost like a shoe.
Yeah, and you can walk on anything.
Yeah, so you think what I'm thinking, you save a lot of money without buying shoes if you just do the homework. You know, you just go out there and scuff them up, and then you don't need to buy shoes.
Yeah, but then they're cold. You can't scuff up the top of them and make them weather resistant.
You're right. I didn't know about
I like
that.
a nice warm foot. It's like they say, always keep your feet dry in the nom. That's what you got to do.
Survival host, no shoes.
Yeah. He's a guy who lives out all the stuff, you know, one of the nature guys.
Yeah. We had him in. Les?
You did?
Les Stroud. That guy?
I think he does stuff with Les Stroud. I think his name's Cody London.
Cody London doesn't like to wear a good shoe. I like a good
I hope
shoe.
I'm getting the right guy, but yeah, I noticed he was like just running
What
through
about
through the wilds.
But what about all the shit that could bite you?
Yeah.
the brambles, as they say.
Yeah, those fucking, maybe an ant or two.
An ant,
Dirty feet. Wants to
gopher
watch-
hole, sprain.
Step on a beehive. I wish you had some fucking shoes.
So Jim, when you're on the subway, do you get recognized a lot? Because I assume that's
Not really.
why you're doing
no
it.
one cares on the train. No one cares on the train. It's great. What did you do?
Fuck.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I just squashed my middle finger in between the chair and the console.
Oh.
Fuck, did that hurt?
No, people don't
Continue.
usually recognize me on the subway. They don't care. Once in a while, someone gets a hello, but they don't care.
They just come up with a generous hello.
Yeah.
Hello, friend.
Hey, how are you? Maybe you could sit down and listen to my woes for a second. Some great musicians down there.
I take the subway, but I never sit down. I like to stand like I'm like ready, like just in case something's going to happen, you know.
I do.
Plus, you know, you give a seat up for a lady.
Yeah, I've offered it. No one's ever taken it.
All right.
So you need a seat, bitch?
You gotta sit down.
Looks like someone put a little seed in that womb. You want a seat?
Oh, he also was trying to take a peek at a girl's vag on the
That's
subway.
very
Oh,
common.
come on, Jim.
Who hasn't done that?
But
It is
no,
summer.
We've all tried, but not many of us have been caught.
We've all been caught at one point, though.
She
Peeking.
caught him taking a look.
Really?
Yeah.
Like that movie, that old Charles Bronson movie, Kinjite, whatever that is.
Well, that was about kiddie porn. Yeah, the forbidden, delicious film. That was a good one.
Kinjite, forbidden knowledge, or whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
forbidden fun. She caught me trying to take a pee at the old cunt. Just a little peekaroo.
But it is so difficult getting around town. That's so true. Like, you know, you used to be able to like jump in a cab and like, you know, now it's almost twice as long driving anywhere here.
Well, that's because of what they've done with the roads.
Oh yeah.
They changed the traffic patterns, the lights.
Is this,
themselves.
what is this, Channel 1?
Well, because de Blasio was obsessed with all the people that are being run over, and so he made everyone slow down, and he changed the patterns of the lights so you can't. And when you're on the avenues and stuff, you can't go as far as you used to before they turn them to red for you. But the point here is, people are still getting run over all over the place.
Right.
It didn't make a bit of difference, but now it's just a hassle for everybody.
Well, the slow traffic started before de Blasio started Bloomberg because they have all these bike
the
lanes.
planters and the bike lanes.
Yeah, they're losing. You
and all that.
lost lanes of travel. Half the lanes are gone, or 20% of the lanes are gone.
I think we should get rid of those planters already.
We don't need them.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like people sitting outdoors in September and October. Why
And
don't they
enjoying
stop it?
themselves.
No, sit at home.
Someone's enjoying
Go
themselves.
to a park, not the fucking middle of the street.
But there's nowhere to go.
Too bad.
So
Move
that's
out
why
of New York.
That's why they did all that shit, because there's nowhere to go after a while.
That's good, except in traffic. It's great. You want to sit there and have a coffee? Fucking sit inside or stand outside.
But
and no
now
one
that
ever
you-
looks like they're relaxing. They always look like they're exhausted and about to make like a hard choice.
Because there's nowhere to sit. They don't let you sit anywhere because of the homeless people.
Put more seats around.
I think that no, there's more sitting going on lately. Aren't there a few benches out there?
A few extra benches. You can't really lay down on those benches, though.
And the city bikes, put them on the sidewalk. Get them out of the fucking street.
Whoa,
Jimmy.
I'm telling you, that's my campaign.
How about a city bench where you can like sign up and you get to sit down somewhere?
That's nice. Yeah, you swipe your credit card. You
Yeah,
get the
oh,
cup
I
of
can sit
squat.
here.
But you discover the subway, so you don't need this anymore. You don't need this stress in your life.
I
You don't have to
still-
worry about this
I
stuff.
still have a car.
Every 100th sit, you get to lay down. That would be great. There could be like some kind of.
You got a frequent sitter card.
Sir, get up! It's his turn. He's going to sleep here tonight.
But who punches the card for you?
You swipe it.
I don't
Oh,
know.
you swipe. I would like the punch system.
No, automatic swipe.
Automatic swipe.
Do you go to the front of the car and press your little face up against the window?
I like to look and pretend that I'm driving the train. Yes, I do.
The choo-choo?
I do like the first car, which is probably the most dangerous in an accident. But I find that, and I hate to break this secret, but I find that's usually the one that's the least crowded because you have to walk all the way to the end of the platform.
Really?
That's
This is
between
great. You're
you and
becoming
me.
one of the people. I like that.
You're really learning.
That's right.
the system.
You should walk around and go, "Hi, my name's Jim. I'm running for something."
Yeah.
I understand your pain.
Yes.
You check out the Triple Crown. Is that your thing, Dave?
I
Attell?
love it. I didn't get to see it and I didn't get to bet on it, but I had a feeling that this was the one. This is the Triple Crown. This is the one. And the guy's like, he's engaged, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, this is so awesome.
It's a wonderful story.
Are they going to get married at Belmont? You think?
I believe that would be the place to do it.
Have you been there?
I've never been to Belmont. Is it a nice place when they're not running this?
Supposedly
this
the
particular race?
restaurant is really nice, but the other area not as great. The snack bar area.
Well,
That's where like me and some of the other jockeys hang in between races. Me and some of the sports book guys.
but why the Belmont as far as the Triple Crown? Because it's a bit of a drop off as far as the Kentucky Derby goes.
That's
in
true.
The Belmont. It's a bit of a drop off.
What's the other one, Kentucky
It's more
Derby?
blue collar.
The Kentucky, and then it's out west. Whatchamacallit?
No, it's Baltimore.
No.
Is it?
It's in
I don't know.
Baltimore.
What's it called?
The Preakness.
Oh.
The Preakness.
The Kentucky Derby is all about class, and the Preakness, slight drop off, a little bit of a drop off, and then Belmont. I'm saying, even though I'm a Long Island guy, it's a big drop off from the Kentucky Derby.
But that's all we got. I mean, we got to hold on to this. I mean, really, our history of horse racing.
That's it.
We can't hold a real team, so we might as well just throw all in on the horses.
Do they race overseas? There's got to be big races. What are the big races in Europe or whatever?
No one cares.
No, nobody does
They
that.
don't?
Yeah,
The one guy that used to be great when we were growing up, he went
Stevie
over
Cawthon.
there. Yeah, he went over there to run in that circuit.
I thought that
For
would be like
whatever reason.
I thought it'd be like in basketball, like when you're not like hitting it, you go overseas and you play for Italy for 3 years. That's what we do with our horses. They're like,
They get sent overseas.
Well, I did know that during the race, none of the carriages were moving. All the horses were, were glued. Were glued listening.
England has their own Triple Crown.
They do.
They have their own Triple Crown.
England, yeah, they're huge into horses over there.
So why wouldn't American Pharaoh go over there and see what he could do over there?
That's a hard sport to even quarterback on because do you know how to ride a horse? I don't.
I rode a horse in camp.
Yeah.
My horse's name was Jim, spelled Gym. And I'll never forget that I was riding in camp. It was very bizarre.
Yeah.
And there were some like girls that were like, I was probably 13. And I didn't want to go to Camp Mason, but I did. I was forced. And the guy, my buddy, he reminds me of Stanhope for some reason, but I didn't know who Stanhope was at that point. But now I look back, I just associate Doug Stay. He looked like him. And I'll never forget, we were riding horses, and I was complaining because my horse was a little wild that didn't listen that well, and I was very scared. Mm-hmm. And I remember the guy, my buddy, went talking about my horse. He goes, Jim's a cunt. and the two girls, like our counselors, heard him.
Yeah.
And it was so uncomfortable and silent because he, of course, saying cunt in front of women.
And was it one of those where like the horses slowly go up a trail, like everybody's behind each other?
Yeah, my horse just seemed like it had like a fucking palsy and was always ready to fall off the trail. I was horrified. Raising its head angrily.
Maybe it just felt weird energy on its back.
Probably.
So what happened to the kid for calling?
Nothing. It was
Jim
just
a cunt?
very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Nothing happened, but I mean...
So did that give you more insight into the race? I mean...
None
this
whatsoever.
experience?
It's my only horse riding experience at all. And I was going to, but my friend Chris had a mishap a few years ago, and I said, no
Your
more.
friend Chrissy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
When did the jockeys stop sitting on the horse?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes.
Is it really?
I assume when
was
they,
just
when,
trying to fill
when they
some time.
isn't it called cantering?
Yeah,
Isn't that what that is?
that's
When they're,
religious
no,
shit.
no, that's
Like-
when they're slow.
Their legs got to fucking hurt by the end of that race. Those jockeys are in great shape.
Yeah, they have good thigh muscles.
They don't sit on the horse anymore.
No,
They're kind of crouching above it.
Yeah.
we went. Me and my friends. We went to Belmont one time, and it was the Trotters. You know that's with the buggy.
Yes.
that's kind of like the funny cars of that world. And you really don't care. It's just a good time. You're hanging out. You're having a couple of beers. You're betting a couple bucks.
Fooling around.
But this is like for the real deal people. This is like this is the what's the prize again for the jockey? What does he do?
I don't know.
Citizenship.
So
All right, he gets that. But what does the horse get? Like, how do they celebrate the horse? I mean, I know they put it out to stud and they never have to run it, but like, what's the after
probably
for the horse?
like a sugar cube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
an apple.
An apple
Yeah,
maybe.
something sugary and sweet. He's been dieting. A piece of cake.
Yeah,
They spoil him. Nice
probably-
pet.
I bet you they jerk it off
really.
after the race. Get some of that sperm out immediately. Because that sperm's got to be worth a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
worth
money.
a lot. Yeah.
Good double-fisted cock pump. That's a good word.
When does the horse retire? Is that it, or does it run?
I think
run a
it's
few?
right after that. That's it.
So that's it.
It usually
That's
puts
its
out a
whole-
book and then it's done. A little tell-all.
Adrian, look that shit up. Is American Pharaoh now done? Even though this horse is pretty amazing, but there's nothing else to really run. Or I bet you it goes overseas for some fancy thing. And
No,
then-
I read this
Oh.
morning that he's going to run again.
He is.
Yes.
where though?
I don't know. Horse track?
No, but I mean, what race? After you win the Triple Crown, why would you do that?
He should
gotta
fight
put him-
Mayweather. That's what he should do. There's no one can beat him.
They ought to put him out and they ought to make him fucking lug people through Central Park. They could do a reality show when Mr. Fancy gets to fucking slum it with the regular people.
How many how many people knew who came in second? Like what happens to that horse?
Frosted. A lot of people had Frosted winning this thing.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a pot friendly name.
Yeah.
So I could see why people went for that one.
Frosted. I don't know much about Frosted, but it came in second.
Damn.
Came in second. I think it was 5 lengths.
Oh, Frosted got killed.
So what's happened? So he has to start the whole process again. Like he's kind of like, oh man, I have to go back and.
Is this
Find
race
another
every
horse.
year or every other year?
It's every year.
Every year.
Every year? Okay.
Every year they go for, they try for the Triple Crown. This is the first time, like you said, in 37 years.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Zayat will let trainer Bob Baffert construct a schedule for Pharaoh to figure out when the horse is ready to run again. The Breeders' Cup Classic in October could be a potential target with its $5 million in prize money.
That
winning large.
yes.
So it won't run until October, most likely.
That's where they have like what you were talking about with the release. The Breeders' Cup. After that, that's when it becomes a full tilt. Yeah.
And they just start dumping load after load after
Confesta,
load.
yeah.
All right, let's get it. So then what do they do? How many loads do they get out of this thing? Just
A lot.
endless?
Gallons.
Mouthfuls.
but endless? And what happens to these loads?
They
Where
put
do
them
they
in
go?
pussies and they sell them. Horse jizz. There you go. Not to be not potable.
Not potable jisms.
Yeah, they sell horse loads for a lot of fucking money and you breed them.
So is this the off season now for the jockey? I guess not. They never have an off season.
Yeah,
Like, they
no one
can't
wants
eat
this
now.
come.
They can't do anything.
I think the
hard
jockey was on a bunch of horses at Belmont.
Yeah.
You would think they would just save the jockey for the one race where the guy, where the
NASCAR.
horse might win the Triple Crown.
No,
But I think he ran a few races that day on Sunday.
these guys have a lot of. It's probably the most dangerous yet least. Like the chances of making a good living at it is very difficult.
You're doing fucking 80 miles an hour on something that doesn't want you on it.
Right.
Is it 80 miles an hour?
No.
That would be amazing.
I'm just kidding.
I know. Tommy.
I'll be impressed when a horse wins with Ralphie May on its back. That's when I'll be impressed with a fucking horse.
Finally.
Then you would bow. Tommy in Brooklyn. What do you got, Tommy?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
You'd be crazy to run that horse again. Big Brown a couple of years ago won the Derby. Right, his offspring ran this Derby, Dormont.
Okay, yeah.
They get a lot of money for every load. A lot of money.
Sounds like me.
You race that horse and it breaks its leg, and you gotta euthanize it.
Yeah.
There's too many investors.
Tommy, he's going to run breeders. That's October, so they got 4 months to get a lot of jizz out, though.
That's a lot.
They're probably they're just jerking that horse off a few times a day. How many times a day if you had an American Pharaoh? How many times do you think you could jerk the horse off?
I would literally have him being jerked off until someone's like, my arm is giving out, and then someone else would just take over mid-stroke.
All I know is it's a good life for that horse after he wins.
Yes,
of course.
I heard that even if they do break something, that they still keep him around for the stud of it.
They tried to. Who was the one that hurt his leg a few years ago? They really... Is that horse dead?
Do you remember the one?
Arma something. Wait a minute. What was that horse's name? Barbaro, sorry. Is he dead?
Barbaro.
Oh, I forgot about him.
He died?
Yeah.
Oh.
He broke his leg.
Yeah.
Did they try to yank cum out of him on the thing while it's fucking... right before you shoot him, let me give him a fucking...
Get one out. Do you remember when we were growing up, the horse that killed right on the track?
Oh, there's been a bunch
yes.
At one of the Triple Crown races?
Yep, just for fucking just sleeping with a horse of a different race.
There's got
Caught him with a donkey.
It was fucking tragic. They went out there with a shotgun.
Yeah,
or
I
something,
remember
And then
hearing
they
that.
covered him up, and everyone was just horrified. Like you couldn't do this, off the track somewhere. Could you look that story up? I think we're dating ourselves, but I think it's like the late 70s, early 80s.
Oh boy!
See if you can find that.
That's when they still shot him. I think now they just inject him.
True.
Don't even give him the glory of being shot.
Do you feel like they shot him that day, Dave?
I remember hearing something about that. That was in that Belmont, wasn't it?
I don't know. We're looking it up now. Let's say hi to Steve in D.C.
That sounded like an altercation in the parking lot.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, so the stud fees, before you won the Triple Crown, it was going to be $16,000 a pop. Now that he's won the Triple Crown, it's $100,000 a pop. A horse can actually breed up to 100 baby horses, if you will, a year, and they can live for up to 25 years. So $100,000 a pop, that's going to be some good change for the next 10, 20 years.
But how many loads could you get out of them at $100,000 a pop?
Wow, that's a lot of some expensive cum.
And how do you do it?
Well, they actually put him out to pasture with the mare, and they actually have sex.
2 mares, 1 bucket.
So how do they figure out the mare is a good match?
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's obviously that's hit or miss, and that's where you pay that's why you have to kind of roll the dice and pay the fee, and hopefully you get a thoroughbred racehorse at the end.
They're doing it wrong. I would set up some kind of sort of like a lemonade stand and just be selling this shit right on the street.
I bet you there's
and then let the people figure out what they want to do with American Pharaoh's sperm in the test tube you get.
Yeah. I bet you they have to keep it under lock and key, guarded.
Oh, I would imagine.
Yeah. White gold, they call it.
White gold. It was David Attell. It was Ruffian. The horse's name was Ruffian, I believe.
Well, he went out like his name. He went hard.
Am I right, Adrian?
I don't know. I don't think Ruffian was killed on the track. Ruffian's just
someone that knows more about this shit than me. Please call. I remember as a kid seeing some horrific scene play out on like Wide World of Sports or something. And they killed a horse right on the track. They had no choice. It broke his leg.
That's true. I do remember that. That was like a big moment. And
then they put a tarp over it, and then Jim McKay had some witty thing to say, and they moved on to
it was their Kennedy
barrel
assassination
jumping or something. Yeah. Yeah. Remember
the horses have never forgotten it.
Remember barrel jumping on Wide World of Sports?
Oh, none of that fun's out there anymore.
What a dumb sport. It used to be an Olympic sport, I believe. And then they realized, well, man can't jump over any more barrels. They've hit their limit. For a horse to be studded, it has to mount. Okay. Wait, so if it's... So it has to be a natural...
Nah, they fucking mount shit, and I think they can come off. There's a fake thing they mount. Dumb horses don't know.
Well, when they have the farm, the breeding farm, that's where they retire them there, and they have the women that they the mares that they want them to mate with. And I know, what's his name? There's a couple of really famous guys who are into horses, like Shatner. I know is a big horse guy. William Shatner's Captain Kirk. Mm-hmm. And
I like a horse. I will beam it up.
That's a big investment in the horse thing.
Yeah. This guy remembers the horse being killed on TV. Kevin in South Carolina, go ahead.
Morning, Opie. Hey, I'm about your age, 39. And I remember watching that horse race. I swear it was like a 2-horse race, but that horse broke his leg right there on the track, and they're like, "Oh crap! Now we got to kill it."
Well, they're saying 8 bells from 2008. No, man, you got to go way back.
This is like 77, 78. I want to say I was, 12, 13-year-old kid, but it was Ruffian. That's the one I'm thinking of when you said that.
What a cool name for a horse, Ruffian.
I feel like it had something to do with
It's
Ruffian. What do they say about Ruffian from 1975? All right, thanks, Kevin. Dave Attell is in studio today. What are you promoting, Dave?
Me?
As we look up this
I just came
Ruffian
down
info.
for the fellowship of
Nice.
natured banter.
Just to get out of the house and talk to a couple of friends.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me be. No, I guess I got some road stuff coming up. Driving up. I was just in Rochester, by the way, your hometown.
Well,
I had a great time.
I'm from Long Island, but I certainly love my years in Western New York.
There you go.
I did
Yeah.
about 10
They
years
love you up
there,
there.
so it's almost like a
Both of
second
you
home.
guys, very.
You do
very
Weeze's
loved.
show?
Yes, the brother Weeze.
Yeah.
I have to say one thing. That guy, I think he was the first. When I was on the road and I did radio, it was I met him and I was like, wow, this is cool. He was such a character,
Yeah.
And I was so excited to see him again. And he looked great.
Yeah.
I thought he looks younger than me. He looked all cleaned up and everything, buffed up.
He's trying to stay healthy.
So that was cool. And, I played the club up there, the comedy club, and it was cool. But the problem with upstate is once it gets nice out, these people have been almost snowbound for months and months and months. Once it's nice out, you can't you feel bad for them. They say, come back inside now.
Yeah.
And listen to me. I mean, so
They just want to be out.
yeah. So
They've been snowbound.
I am doing I guess where am I heading? Providence, which is always fun, and then I'm hitting you have it there, right? Vermont, Maine.
I don't know.
The Stephen King tour.
Yes, Derry.
I got a train wreck comedy tour. Amy Schumer, Judd Apatow, David Tell, and friends. Right?
Oh yeah, that's my other tour.
These comedians will travel across America and Canada starting June 14th and finish June 21st. But that's not what you're promoting.
Yeah, no, that's the tour I'm doing with Amy for her movie. I'm in it for a couple seconds. Jim, you're in the movie, right?
I don't think so.
You're not?
No.
See, Jim is the better actor, so I don't see why that didn't happen.
The scene was. I actually
he
saw
filmed for the movie.
I saw the scene and I was happy with it. I was very happy with it.
You were?
They said they cut it for time. I'm assuming that's correct because they spent a lot of money on the scene.
Really?
Yeah. But when I saw it and did ADR for it, I was when they told me that they were going to cut it, I was like, fuck, man, it must be awful. But then I was like, well, it was actually funny. I was pleased with it.
Oh, good.
So that does me no good.
No, you really are an actor. I thought you were just kidding around. Were you upset as an actor that you were cut out of something?
Sure. I mean, yeah. But I mean, I understood it. It's part of it. It's nothing personal. It's not, It is
but
what
you'll
it
be
is.
in the DVD select, whatever that is.
That's
No?
Doesn't
Do they still have that? I don't even know.
No.
No, I'm in it for a couple seconds, and there's a lot of great comics in Colin. He's in it, and Judd Apatow is the director, and Amy's just awesome. She rocks out and so funny. So I'm glad to do it, and we're doing this. It's for charity. The shows are for charity, but I think it's also to give the fans a chance to look at the movie. So it's kind of cool.
That's great.
It's a lot of flying. That's all I know. But the week before, that's starting Wednesday, I'm doing my own little tour, the Pay My Mortgage tour. So
it's
you guys can check that out, too. Go to my site, davidtell.com.
No, let me do that better for you.
Yeah.
Comedy Connection in Providence, Rhode Island,
Yes.
Wednesday.
Bang.
Thursday, Higher Ground in Burlington, Vermont.
Nice.
Friday, Flying Monkey in Plymouth, New Hampshire.
This is going to be good.
You're picking a nice place to go in the summer.
I know.
Beautiful up there.
I'm up against the whatever.
Doing the dying homosexual tour.
And Saturday, the State Theater in Portland, Maine. Beautiful for David Attell.
I'm loving it.
DavidTell.com for everything he's up to.
I'm ready to go. I just got an oil change. It's on.
It's on. The story of Ruffian is pretty tragic, but it's still not the one I'm thinking of. Maybe this is all in my stupid fucking brain. It never happened. But Ruffian was leading when she snapped 2 bones in her right foreleg in 1975 at the Belmont. However, she refused to stop running, further damaging her leg until it was reduced to a flopping mess. I think there's video of this, by the way.
Wow.
Emergency surgeons say Ruffian woke up from the anesthesia and began running in place on the floor as if the race was still on, causing damage in the operating room and breaking an elbow in the process.
Boy, that's somebody who's, we're talking about an abusive jockey or owner. When you're like, I better keep running or else the punishment's going to be really severe.
Or maybe a real competitor, Jim.
No, I think that's a little different.
As such, they were forced to put her down. But that's not the one that happened on the track in front of everybody.
By the way, you know Spike TV is editing fucking Clint Eastwood's Caitlyn Jenner joke out? Well, real guys network.
Spike, whose joke is it?
I just Clint Eastwood made a joke when he was presenting something on Spike and they're editing it out.
Really?
Did it air?
Not yet, no. It wasn't even that bad
so they
a joke.
taped the Spike.
But it wasn't
thing.
even a nasty joke.
What was the joke?
I'll tell you. Why the fuck is Caitlyn Jenner so fucking sacred?
I don't know.
God almighty, stop it!
You should be able to make fun of everything.
I'm 100% behind Bruce Jenner's change to 100%, but it's still make funnable.
Of course it
fucking
is.
asshole country. Hold on, let me see. He said something like the joke, which Spike TV has said, which the Guys Network has said they will cut out. I guess this was going to air on Lifetime as well. He was introducing San Andreas star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You know, because the Guys Network. He introduced him. He said by comparing him to other famous athletes such as Jim Brown and Caitlyn somebody.
That was it?
That's the joke.
Oh my God, we're losing our minds. This
It's over.
Wow, what a Guys Network. Boy, they really captured guys. Let's get Clint Eastwood and The Rock. Caitlyn somebody. Cut it! Cut it!
Well, the good news is we found what you can scream in the subway now. This is something you can take to the subway and scream. This is your preaching.
I have had enough of this fucking treating Caitlyn Jenner like she is a fucking like the second coming or enough.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm happy for this person. Good for you. I think it's great you're doing it. Support is real. I'm not just lip servicing the support. I genuinely mean it. Go fuck yourself, though, as far as not being a subject that can be poked fun at. Late night guys are fucking, I think, pretty much laying off it.
Yeah.
Bill Maher made a lot of jokes.
Good.
Good for him.
In real time this weekend.
Good for Bill Maher.
A lot of people dislike Mr. Maher, but he's right on with that.
I could see if you're doing a joke about how fucking Bruce Jenner is getting his dick cut off, and you're doing gay bashing jokes. Like, all right, I understand why a network doesn't want that, but why is it fucking sacred ground?
Wait, what is the headline on this? That Bill Maher to pronoun police. Caitlyn Jenner
is not Rosa Parks.
He's right. Good for him.
He's right.
What are they trying to say here, there, Travis? Let's see. Do we have any of his jokes that we could play? Is there a video of this?
I'm not sure if there's
I didn't
video
know Clint
yet.
was doing time now. Hasn't he earned Here's a little one I came up with on
God, that
set of
annoys
Dirty
me.
Harry.
Because they fucking they call themselves like a guys network. Like this is for place for
no way.
extreme sports and MMA and guys stuff.
And then they cut a Caitlyn Jenner
And you
joke.
can't get more masculine than Clint Eastwood introducing The Rock. There's not more testosterone in any introduction. Cock and balls introducing
That is
cock
horse
and
jism
balls.
right there.
That's horse jizz. And he makes not even a nasty Caitlyn Jenner joke. Caitlyn somebody. Cut it!
Right.
Get rid of that!
The networks just don't want to. They don't want the hassle of it. It's not like they're better people, and they just like, no, we don't want it. And it sucks for whatever. I mean, like you're right. The whole thing with Spike. I remember when I did one of their Guys' Choice Awards or something like that.
Well, Guys' Choice.
Yeah, it was like this kind of faux guys. Like you like vodka, right? You like Maxim models. It was like that kind of thing.
Cornball shit. And by the way, Oscar Pistorius is being recommended for August jail release. Boy, they really don't care about shooting models by a toilet in that fucking country.
Why are they recommending that?
I don't know. I guess he did his time.
Unbelievable. Look, we got to take a break. We could talk about that certainly. We got the Bill Maher clip. I want to hear how he handled Caitlyn Jenner and saying that she's not Rosa Parks. That's gonna, well, it's already causing some people to talk.
I don't know how people hate Bill Maher. Like, yeah, he's really liberal, but he's not a language cop. I don't know how fucking. A lot of people don't like his politics. That's fine, but I mean, he makes fun of anything. He doesn't ever tell people they should get in trouble for what they say. I love Bill Maher.
Goes after Muslims and everybody else.
Makes fun of everyone.
He goes for the funny.
And what else was there? With you guys in studio, of course, we got to talk about Jerry Seinfeld talking about college kids. And how they're too PC. We got a nice little clip to play for everybody. Dave Attell is here. DaveAttell.com, because he's all over the place. But Wednesday,
tons of road.
Wednesday, Comedy Connection in Providence, Rhode Island. Thursday, Higher Ground in Burlington, Vermont. Friday, Flying Monkey in Plymouth, New Hampshire. State Theater in Portland, Maine on Saturday.
Thank you.
By the way, one bit of follow up. Yeah, go to JimNorton.com if you're interested. If you're not, what am I going to tell you? I'm in New York. I got Caroline's and DC coming up. The on sale, of course, wasn't told to me by people who fucking booked the gig, so I'm just... Whoa! I mentioned it, but it was already on sale, and I didn't know it. The Borgata, July 10 and 11, I'm doing those shows.
Okay.
And who else is on the show? American Pharaoh?
Yes, American Pharaoh, putting his big dick in my face. And I got one bit of communicate about the horses. I'll bet my life... He's not going to be put out to pasture. He mounts a fake mare and finishes, and it's then put right into the mare. No way they would risk him getting hurt mounting a live mare. I guess horses, when they fuck, it's rough.
They get a little violent.
Even that's PC.
Yeah. Yeah, the mare technically hasn't consented.
A fake mare named.
I just want to know how many loads they get off the... Do they do this just for years afterwards?
For as often as the horse wants.
I bet you one of the stable guys has to taste it. It's ready. It's ready. That's some good jisms.
Or he fingers a mare, and then he gets behind the fake one, and he puts it under the horse's nose.
A dirty Sanchez for Milady.
And what are the odds that sperm turns out to be another great horse?
I guess there's a lineage that you can trace.
Sure, there's a lineage.
I wouldn't know.
I certainly increases your odds.
Yeah, it's good for your skin.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird, like when they're waiting on the birth after this, $1 billion sperm thing, and a dog comes out. Yeah. What happened?
Or they give it birth and they start raising it. They're like, oh no, it's James McCartney. Oh no.
All right, a little later today, you going to stick around for Dr. Ruth?
You have to.
I love
She's going to talk about the penis. I'll be doing my impressions all throughout the morning.
She's
the new Jim Norton. Let's try to get some asses in those seats.
Can you talk to her as Dr. Ruth? Dr. Ruth?
I don't want to confuse the people.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll talk to her as
Can I say that Dr. Ruth did this great documentary on like all the these subgroups in Israel, the Haredim, and all these like weird small groups of people. Like, it was so interesting. Like, she's really interesting person. That's all I'm saying.
There's more to her than the sex thing?
Yeah, the sex, not all that.
Oh, all right. We might have to ask her about that.
I love it.
Thank God David Tell is here today. Oh,
it's just a matter of getting to Cuba.
She's in Cuba. Jonathan was here, and I wanted him to talk about his... he went to Cuba.
Oh, yeah.
You can't talk about it.
You said
he went down there and ate her pussy and came back. God. But but that's gonna be a sticking point. Like Chris Christie is going, we shouldn't have ties with them until they send her back, like, because she was a New Jersey tree. Right. I understand the emotion of that, but I've had enough of the problems with Cuba. I've fucking had it up to here with us having a hard. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia throws a blogger in jail. They're gonna give him 1,000 lashes.
Yeah,
and they're fucking. He's getting all these years in jail. I'm sick and tired of being tied to that country.
And we do a lot of business with Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I don't care. Right, leave Cuba alone. Stop it.
Why don't they send her back? What is the whole
no extradition treaty? I guess we had no relationship with them. Well, maybe because we're kicking and screaming because we didn't get our own way. The Soviets beat us with that one. And tough shit. We didn't get our own way.
Right. It happens.
Fucking cares.
So, Kenny, are we going to find these prison escapees?
I'll look for them.
Where do you think they went?
I don't know.
Somewhere a guy with a big dick can blend in. He's probably at my house.
Sure, he's not going to be able to wear shorts this summer.
Absolutely not.
As he's on the lam.
Guy with fucking striped, long striped pants and a giant knee bulge on the beach.
That's on the APB?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, has a big cock, armed and lucky.
They were close to Canada, but they should head to Mexico.
Because everyone would think they would try to get it into Canada.
Yeah.
So you trick them and go the other way.
Yeah. And I think Canada would most likely cooperate with extradition.
Oh, God, in a second they would. Mexico might, too, though, wouldn't they? They found them. The Mexico authorities help catch guys down there. They do. I've seen enough of those. I almost got away with it. And the Mexican authorities will help you if you're an American prisoner.
They're a bit corrupt down there, though.
They're very corrupt down there, but they have no interest in hiding a guy who escaped from American jail.
Yeah.
It makes them look good when they help out. Hey, look, we got this guy back. With his giant dick. We're sending them back on separate flights.
Cuomo's offering $100,000.
Ooh,
the governor.
That's a nice piece of cake.
Yes, prison worker being questioned. So.
Ooh. They're looking at her pussy, see if it's any different than it was when she got hired. This looks a little beat up, madam. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Did you help them escape?
No, I did not. My pussy got stretched in my sleep. I don't know who did it. What are these two marks on your hiney cheeks? They look like prison bar. No, they're not. I don't know what happened.
Oh, back that ass right up.
Yeah, I'll bet you.
You think they were having sex, and she just was out of her mind about it?
Yeah,
about that big dick.
Yeah, maybe he's very well endowed. He gets girlfriends any place he goes. They'll catch him though. They'll be caught within 3 days.
So here's the full quote. He has a way with the ladies, the source said. Another source, retired detective David Bentley, who helped put away Matt for the 1997 murder of a North Tonawanda businessman. I know North Tonawanda.
97. He's been in jail. When did he go to jail?
Around there, I guess. Or a few years, maybe a year or two after that, after whatever. But when Matt's cleaned up, he's very handsome and, in all frankness, very well endowed. He gets girlfriends any place he goes.
That's not going to help, though, when we talk about how giant his dick is. Like, you don't need that. And no one's going to be looking for a guy and go, check out his bulge. I think we got the guy.
Well, I mean, if you think it's the guy, but he has nothing happening in front of his shorts, then you know, all right, then most likely it's not him.
I may have found a way. I'm going to take my giant dong and knock the door down. Hey, you feeling like grabbing my big prick, do you, punk? Go ahead, touch my dick. Go ahead, kiss my prick. Hey, seems like my buddy Clint's got a giant prick. Hey, you feeling lucky, punk? Go ahead, hold my pecker. Oh, he's gonna take that big thing and knock the wall down. I'm sick of the Bushes and I'm tired of the fucking Clintons. Just want new families in there.
But Jeb is trying to say he's a little different than his brother.
I don't care if he's different or not. I don't care if he's a flaming liberal. I just don't want another Bush. I don't want the name. I don't want another Clinton. Enough.
Who do you want?
Any other name.
Who? Governor Christie.
Fucking Himmler. Any other fucking name.
You think Christie runs?
Bin Laden.
Bin Laden. Okay, that would be good.
Do I think Christie runs? I don't know. I don't think so. No.
You don't think so?
No.
He wanted to, but that bridge gate is still right there, probably, huh?
Yeah. I don't know if he will, to be honest.
Which means he did it.
Maybe.
He did it. He did the bridge gate thing.
I don't know if I really care, to be honest.
I don't care in the end either. I really don't. Do they really make that much of a difference in the end? One guy, one party, just seems to be just nonsense. Back and forth, just nonsense over and over again. I don't know.
If it was a different party, maybe, like,
that would be fun.
I don't know if I'd vote for Rand Paul. I mean, something about him annoys me.
The youth will be voting for him in droves.
Yeah,
they like the Rand Paul, but I don't think he's got a shot, right?
Well, he has a shot, I think. I mean,
you think he has a shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
People liked his father so much.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
They did.
All right, we got Dave Attell coming in a few minutes.
Is he here or no?
I don't see him wandering around. Usually you see him wandering around with his hoodie on, his black hoodie and his hat.
Is he here?
I don't think so. Hi, Kenny.
Hi.
How was your weekend?
Great. Did you talk about the big prison escape?
Well, I'm learning about it. Two guys might be an inside job upstate New York.
But there's an interesting bit of information in the New York Post today.
Yeah.
They suspect a female employee of the prison might have assisted them with their escape. And the cop, the detective that locked up one of the escapees back in the day,
they're piling up the impressions today.
Yeah, I'm just going to hop over this wall. I'm feeling lucky, punk. That's good, right?
That's very good.
That's right.
You've moved on from Jack, which is good.
Yeah, he'll be back.
So how did they catch the guy if he escaped one other time?
I don't know. I'm sure they just caught him.
These guys that escape prison, you got to have a plan after you get out. Because I think they end up like going back to their what's familiar in the end because they don't really have a choice.
Well, or there's only so many places you can go. I mean, and they just look for you everywhere.
Everywhere until they finally hunt you down.
There's only so many places to go.
And now this is the second escape for this guy.
Yeah.
What prison was it?
I don't know. It was upstate.
Upstate. Which one though? Was it Attica? Oh.
There's no way to stay hidden in this day and age. Years ago you could, but it's like, how can you have any kind of a job or a life or anything without being electronically traced? Or
Plenty of people do that.
You gotta live.
You read all the time about people being caught after 30 years.
But those are guys. No, but those are guys who have been gone for a long time. Like I think anyone who goes now and then just tries to start and get an identity. Like, okay, now I'm gonna. Where can you get a job now? Like if you've established something in 1981, it's a little different than going out right now, fresh out of prison.
Yeah.
Where there's fucking. Half the times they already have your DNA from shit. Your fingerprints are on. Your fingers.
And there's video cameras.
There's millions of illegal immigrants to get under the table.
That's a good point.
Well,
too.
yeah, but they don't look like they don't have that look.
No, but he's right. There are. That's a good point.
But there's also cameras everywhere too.
Shawshank had a happy ending.
It sure did. It sure did.
Yes, for Brooks.
Yeah.
But it's like, what do you do now? Is just a white or a black guy getting out of jail? The immigrants are used. Everybody knows that they're illegal immigrants. An escaped convict, I think, it's harder to stay under the radar.
I think you gotta.
How many of them escape now and stay escaped?
Not.
It's hard.
It's very hard. I agree with you. I think it's a lot harder.
Joanne Chesmore.
We all know where she is, though.
Reports that he's well endowed.
Is he?
That's what it says in the post. That's what the cop says. Yeah, that's, he cleans up good and he's like a ladies' man. And to be frank,
I saw that they said he was a ladies' man, but I didn't read further to find out that the cop that arrested him said he was well endowed. Wow, so the female broad at the prison just couldn't help herself. Well endowed.
Very well endowed.
Very well endowed.
Which one of these is this?
The one on the left.
Oh, boy, yeah, ladies like him.
So it's definitely an inside job. And
sure, he put that fat dick in her, and that was all it took. She's like, "I'll get you out of here. I need that fat dick all the time."
How did she help?
I don't know. She probably gave him a key.
She had some equipment, some tools. She made sure some tools were laying around for them.
I guarantee you she's going to try to meet him and fuck him. She's probably like, look, I'll meet you somewhere and I'll sit on that big fat dick, just clean it up a little, get all the prison off it.
Get all the prison off it. And then they escaped through a manhole cover, I believe. They went through the sewer system. That's pretty... God, I love a good prison escape.
Yeah.
You know, obviously these guys are really dangerous, but it fascinates me how they could figure that shit out and pull it off.
Once before.
Did he?
Yeah. This is like the second time he's escaped. He really doesn't want to be... What?
I'm going to break out of this jail. I may have found a way to break out of this jail. Let me show my giant prick to the lady. Let me get out of this jail.
How are you going to get out of this jail? You found a way.
I'm going to climb the wall, punk.
Speaking of impressions and prison escapes, there's a great movie called Escape Plan with Stallone and Schwarzenegger.
Oh, right.
Was it a great movie?
No.
Oh, okay. You scared me for a second.
No.
Yeah, we are just going to terminate the gates and run. And maybe you can punch your way through it. Punch it for Adrian.